Hey guys, how you doing? This is Benjamin with Benjamin Exotics, and today in this video, I'm going to be doing something different that I haven't really tried before or done before. You guys can leave some feedback. I'm going to be trying to be in front of the camera this time and trying to hold it with my hand. We'll see how this goes. But really quickly, because I do have a sick animal right now that was not intended to be sick, and it wasn't done under my care, of course, I've got at least 8 other reptiles right now that are doing perfectly fine, eating good, good size, good temperament, except one of them, my boa. And everything else is going good. So when everybody, when people turn on, most of the time I'm expecting or guessing that most people are coming on to see healthy animals. They're coming on to see animals that are doing good. Okay, they're not coming on expecting to see me in a video going on and saying how I got a snake from a breeder and it wasn't the best breeder, I guess. And I'm not putting out any names yet. We'll see how he responds. But it's just something that most you guys probably don't see from me very often. Basically, me having a sick animal. I've only ever really rescued one. Well, actually, I've rescued a few different animals, but the only animal I've rescued and kept was the leopard gecko that was almost dead. And with this ball python, I don't really know. All the animals I've rescued, whether it be anoles or other types of house geckos, leopard geckos, occasionally, boas, ball python, snakes like that, I'll rescue some of those stuff like that. And this wasn't really a rescue though, so I don't want you to sound like that. But in all reality, I just want you guys to know this is not a snake that I produced to be this way. When I was at the show, I don't know what happened. Looked fine to me. It looked a little bit skinnier than I would like, but I said, you know what? I think we can buffer up pretty quickly. I didn't hear anything from her. Didn't see anything coming out of her mouth. If you guys have already seen the video, didn't really see anything wrong with her. She looked fine to me, and I actually heard some good things from the breeder I got her from. Well, about an hour into the car ride, that all changed, and I might have said this in other videos, but I was riding home from the expo, took me a little bit, and I started hearing the snake making hissing sounds, and I thought, oh, she's just mad, she's hissing. But then after it kept going on, and I would hear it every 5 minutes, I figured something was wrong. Took her out of the bag. What do you know? She has some mucus. This is not something that I planned for. It's not something, of course, that I wanted for the snake to have. And it's not something that I'll ever do again. Next time I'm at the expo or at anything, this is a learning experience for me as much as anything that this is. Next time I'm at an expo, I'll definitely open the snake's mouth. I don't care if the breeder won't let me open the snake's mouth. I've made a decision now that I'm not going to get that snake because I don't want to have to deal with this situation again. And I've got a guy that may or may not, this may work out or may not work out. I'm going to him to pick up some live rats so you guys can maybe see some feedings, which is a little bit better, on Sunday, right? I'm going to go get some fuzzies, some pinkies, some smalls, and I don't think I'm getting any mediums that week. No, I'm just getting smalls, fuzzies, and mediums on Sunday. And he said that he has a friend that has 2 sick boas, and I know this breeder very well. He's a very good guy. I won't say his name because you might not want his name out there, but he's a very good guy, and he has a friend that works for him. It's basically like kind of an employee relationship, sort of. Not fully, but it's kind of, they work together, breed stuff, right? And they've got 2 boas right now that were in the same room, same thing, respiratory infections, and they're at a vet right now getting, antibiotics and shots and things like that. So I'm going to drop that snake off on Sunday to him. He said he'll do it free of charge. We'll see how it goes. I'll probably still. He works with ball pythons a lot, so when I start producing some clutches at the end of this year, I'll probably give him a higher percentage because we already had a deal worked out that I'm getting some rats and different stuff like that, and I'm giving him a certain percentage. I won't say what of a certain clutch. I also won't say what clutch. But I'll probably bump that percentage up just because he's a great guy, and I really think we're going to have a good season this year with how big our females are getting, and healthy, strong females, not just fat, of course. And we're going to drop that guy off, and hopefully the snake will pull through. We tried the F10 today. helped a little bit, but really, when it comes down to it, there's two things that are either going to save this snake's life. It's either going to work it out right now, and it's going to kick, its immune system is going to kick in, and it's going to just beat the infection. Unlikely. What's more likely is that it's going to need some antibiotics. Shots, basically. So we're going to see if we can hook up with his vet that he knows, see if we can get some of those. We already have the names and stuff down of the antibiotics we're looking for, and different things like that. And basically, hopefully the snake will pull through. It might be something where it's a whole miracle where, in the next few years you guys are still watching the channel and you see me pull out the snake and I go, this is the snake that we saw, a few years back that was doing, not so good, and we saved her and all this stuff. Okay, that's great. That might happen. But with how things are going, we'll see. I'm not going to say anything. We'll see. I'm not going to jinx myself. I'm just going to play it by ear and see how things are going. She's doing a little bit better. I think really in the videos you saw today, reason her immune system was, or reason she wasn't moving very much was probably because she couldn't escape the heat because she just doesn't have any energy. So she probably overheated a little bit just because she was sitting under the lamp, and when I took her out, she wasn't moving very much. So I took some plugs out, and we're cooling the cage down just a little bit, just a hair, and we took the humidity level down a little bit to let it go easier on her. But because she has so much stress, and her immune system is fighting so hard to get rid of this infection, that's basically why she's so like lethargic. She can't move that good. Everybody else is going good. I just took out the lesser het clown, which I also picked up at the show. That was one good thing about the show, which is sitting right there. I picked up a 3-drawer snake rack. Doesn't have heat tape in it, but we're going to get heat tape in it soon at the show. That was also a good thing that happened. My biggest snake you guys have probably seen, or my biggest ball python I should say, my male normal zucchini, love him. His colors are looking great. He's in his cage right now. I just pulled out a Mojave ball python spider, both the pastels. Lester got out, and of course I was messing with the boa a little bit. So today's been a pretty productive day for me with cleaning and everything, but that was one thing that really hit hard, and I hope I didn't sound too depressing or anything like that in the video. It's obviously something I don't want to really joke about because this is a very serious issue, and this snake could have some really life-threatening problems if we don't get this solved quickly. But hopefully she'll pull through. If she doesn't, the same guy that I got this lesser het clown from has a snake like that. It's much younger than that, much smaller, more closer to this lesser het clown. But he said he'd be willing to make me an offer for that because I told him he said he'd be willing to make me a pretty good offer for it because already I told him what happened with this one, and he said he was very sorry. I know he's kind of sympathetic. I don't need sympathy right now, but you know what I mean. And he said he'd make me a pretty good deal. So I'm crossing my fingers, that this girl comes out and she makes it and nothing bad happens. You know what I'm talking about. And yeah, that's basically it. I just thought, I normally don't do videos like this where I'm, being recorded from the camera because I just don't have a cameraman, and I don't think it normally comes out good on this camera because this camera makes my face look unproportional lots of times. It messes up, it moves things around. It just, trust me, if you guys are watching this video right now, you can probably tell I don't look right, I guess we'll say that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just a quick update for me personally, I guess, with my face in the camera. Hopefully she'll pull through. I'm crossing my fingers she'll pull through. If she doesn't, well, that'll be a waste of time, money, energy, and I will consider it a big waste. And I'm much more concerned about the snake's health than, just the money that I put into this snake. It was $100, and I've made a goal in my head. If this guy doesn't respond, the guy that I bought the snake from, if he doesn't respond by the next expo, the next Cincinnati Reptile Expo that I will probably go to, if he doesn't respond to any of my phone calls or emails by then, I will put his name out there on this for you guys, just because if anybody lives in this area, I don't want anybody to buy from him and have the same experience I did. I don't know him personally, I don't know how this is, but I will tell you, I've been calling him every single day, won't ever answer my phone calls. I've sent him like 5 emails, won't answer any of my emails. I don't want to say I'm mad about it, but you know what? If you guys send me emails, I answer your emails. If you write comments, and it's a comment that's a question, I answer your questions. And he's a much, much bigger reptile keeper than I have. He had at least 75 snakes at this show. So for him not to respond to me, I'm assuming if he's not going to respond to me or try to help me out in this situation, he's not going to respond to you guys if you're ever going to buy from him. So I'll give him until the next expo. If he won't ever answer it, he's just basically ignoring me. If he won't answer my phone calls and if he won't write back through email, I will put his name out there. I don't like to do that. It's not something I want to do. It's not something I like to do. But I'm not going to have you guys, the viewers, if you're in the Columbus area, go out to the Cincinnati Reptile Expo, buy from this guy, and have the same experience I did and the same results that I did. So, as I said, don't know him personally. If he's watching this video right now, you know what? I don't know how the snake got sick. I can have a few guesses. I'm not going to say. Most likely, actually I will say, you know what? Screw it, I will say. Most likely it's because this snake was brought to multiple expos and didn't have any heat between. That's how we normally get respiratory infections this bad, and lack of humidity too. I saw his Facebook. He's been going to Kansas expos and stuff like that. These snakes, I don't know how many others would have this problem, but I'm just saying this one has it pretty bad. I've dealt with respiratory infections only one other time. I got rid of it in literally 2 weeks. This one, I don't know. We're going to see if we can pull through. But as I said before, hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'll really quickly show you, I'll turn the camera around really quickly, and we'll see if we can get a shot of the lesser Hepricon. I'm not going to pull her out, but if I can't get a shot of her. She's sitting in there. You can kind of see her head. See her? Yeah. The guy I got her from seems like a real good guy. He gave me birth certificate and everything like that. He even gave me a percentage off of another snake that I may or may not get from this guy. We'll see. He's on Morph Market. Doesn't have too much stuff. Royal Morph Creations. He seems like a real good guy. It's basically just him and his wife, it seems, doing this stuff. They've got some really nice stuff they actually had last time. For hets, I asked him about the clutch. He answered all my questions. So I'm really iffy about buying hets from people and stuff like that, but I've already two of my favorite breeders on Morph Market so far, Royal Morph Creations and Royal Scale Design. Those two guys, I've talked to them. They answered all my questions, been very polite, very professional, unlike the guy that I got from this other snake, which I should have read it then and I should have known, but these guys have been really good to me. So if you guys are looking for snakes that are especially het clown and stuff, definitely go check these guys out. They've got some higher end stuff, so if you're not looking to get a pet that's going to cost you, $400, $500 plus, or at least somewhere in that ballpark, you might not want to go check them out. You can look at other people, but these are two guys I'd recommend. Definitely this guy. This girl in here will be offered basically the smallest fuzzy I can get from the guy that's going to hopefully be able to, with vet help, fix up this snake, because I just don't have the ability to do it right now, because I don't have the antibiotics. There's no vets around me that have got it, and I'm basically stuck. So I'll be headed down there Sunday. Hopefully she can hold out till then, but I thought because of this issue, you guys should probably have a face update, with me personally. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Kind of more of a sour note, but hopefully we will be getting some more stuff soon, and some more racks and stuff like that, and some snakes will be moving from tanks to racks, because I've got some snakes that are in tanks and I just don't think they're going to do as good in a tank as they would do in a rack. That's my own opinion, and they will be getting moved shortly. I've got 2 or 3 adults that are being moved from tanks to racks, so you guys will see that in the new rack that I just got. But as I said probably 3 times already, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, concerns, anything, please leave it down in the comment section. I wouldn't really, to be honest, I wouldn't like this video because it's kind of a sour note. If you want to show support for this snake and make sure, if you watched to the end of this video, good on you. But if you want to show support for this snake and hope that she gets better, please go down and give it a thumbs up, and I'll be able to see that you guys are supporting her. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.